Imagine two men who turned their beards into more than facial hair. They turned them, well, into a brand. Long, flowing, untamed. Their whiskers became as iconic as their riffs. Welcome to Beardtory. And today, we're going to dive into the fuzzy, blue-soaked legend of ZZ Top's Billy Gibbons and Dusty Hill, the double-bearded dynasty that made music and hair inseparable. Welcome back. Hopefully you are ready for another episode. This one has been highly requested, and thank you to a couple of comments as well. We have a couple other on the list that I'm super excited to dive into. This is one that kind of hits home because I think when you think beards, and if you grow a big beard, there's a couple of things that people always call you. Duck Dynasty, and hey, are you that member from ZZ Top? Never fails. So this one has been long overdue, and with all the music ones that are doing really well, I said it's now time to do the double-bearded dynasty that made music and hair inseparable. So without further ado, let's jump into this one, because it all started in Houston, Texas in 1969. Three men, they formed a little blues rock band named after two things they loved. ZZ Hill, a blues singer, and B.B. King. Put them together, and what do you get? ZZ Top. But here's the twist. While the band started small, it wasn't just the sound that grew. Billy Gibbons and Dusty Hill let their beards run wild. And by the 70s, they were already becoming legends of both, well, guitar tone and facial fuzz. The look, it worked. Denim, sunglasses, cowboy hats, and beards down to their guitars. When you saw them, you didn't just see a band, you saw an identity. And it was hairy. And then, let's fast forward to the 80s. ZZ Top wasn't just a band anymore. They were cultural icons. Legs, Sharp-Dressed Men, LaGrange. Their music was everywhere. And the beards? Well, they were a marketing powerhouse. MTV, they put them on constant rotation. And those long whiskers, they became instantly recognizable. They were featured in car commercials, TV shows, and parodied, well, endlessly. And here's a fun little fact for you. In 1984, Gillette offered Gibbons and Hill $1 million each to shave off their beards for an ad campaign. Thankfully, they turned it down flat. Billy Gibbons later said, "No dice, the beards are part of the deal." But hey, Gillette, with inflation and everything else going on in the world, if you want to slide into the DMs and make an offer, let's make a deal. Unfortunately, when I play that game, I do press no deal quite often. But with them, talk about commitment. Leaving the beards and turning down a powerhouse in Gillette. Personally like it. ZZ Top then became one of the longest running bands with the original lineup, over 50 years. Through all the tours, all the records, all the cowboy hats, and sunglasses, the beards, they never wavered. Sadly, Dusty Hill passed away in 2021, but his beard legacy lives on as part of rock history. Billy Gibbons continues the tradition, his beard now practically an artifact of rock and roll. Their beards, they weren't just accessories. They were symbols of rebellion, authenticity, and Southern rock identity. When you think of ZZ Top, you don't just hear the guitar riffs, you see the beards. And now it's that moment. If it's the first time here, welcome. But if it's not, you know what we're going to jump into. We're going to break down the beards in a little bit of a Beardtory beard scorecard. We rank them in 5 different categories. We rank them with fear factor, wisdom points, intimidation level, thickness and wildness, and historical impact. This is going to be the first time we're going to have 2 different rankings because there's 2 different people, you know? So without further ado, let's go ahead and rank the beards. Fear factor. Well, it's more cool than intimidating, you know what I mean? But I have to imagine, and me being a guy that wears a beard every once in a while, you see somebody with some sunglasses, a big beard, it can be slightly intimidated. So for me, 6.8 out of 10. Wisdom point is up next. The beard says Sage of Blues. Let's be honest, if you're a musician, especially on this caliber, you got a big old brain. When you got a big old brain and you got a big old beard, you're going to get a big old score. So for me, 8.5 out of 10. Intimidation level, well, sunglasses plus beard equals authority. And again, I've never met them. Never had the pleasure of, even seeing them in tour. But I'm going to have to say, beards and sunglasses do have a little bit of an intimidation, a little bit of a badass look. Maybe I'm a little bit biased to it. But for me, 7.2 out of 10. Thickness and wildness, I mean, it's long, flowing, it's perfectly ZZ. I mean, these beards are on beard ranking shirts. They are legendary, but they're also thick and wild. You look at it, and I mean, it is what you would picture thick and wild. So for me, 9.6 out of 10. Historical impact. Well, help define the image and an entire genre. When you think ZZ Top, you think beards. It's left a historical impact. 9.4 out of 10. My math is mathin'. 41.5 out of 50. Now let's go ahead with Dusty Hill. Fear factor, quiet, stoic, mysterious. Again, same reasons why it's not super fearful, but again, if you don't know them, sometimes those quiet, stoic ones with a little bit of mystery can add some fear. So for me, it's a 7 out of 10. Wisdom points, again, same reason, big brain, big music, and he always looked like he knew the secret of the groove. So wisdom points for me, 8.2 out of 10. Intimidation level, the stare, the beard combo, sunglasses, cowboy hats, had power. So for me, 7.5 out of 10. Again, thickness and wildness, dense, glorious, ZZ certified, 9.7 out of 10. Historical impact, his beard is forever tied to ZZ Top's identity. And, well, it's a heck of a beard. 9.3 out of 10 for a total 41.7 out of 50. And here is where they both, Dusty Hill and Billy Gibbons, where they rank on the Beardtory scale in the top 20. Let us know right now how we did in the comments. Hopefully we did these two legendary beards justice. 2 men, 2 beards, 1 legend. ZZ Top didn't just play the blues, they branded it with their whiskers. And in the kingdom of beards, Billy Gibbons and Dusty Hill sit on a double throne, forever remembered as the guardians of rock's most iconic facial hair. This has been Beardtory, where history sometimes gets hairy. That's all we got. Again, if you have any recommendations for anybody that you want us to do, drop it in the comments. And if not, we can't thank you enough from the bottom of my beard sticking around for this episode. We'll be back next week. Take care, everybody.